It's Friday night, and you're busy. I feel like there's something that we gotta do. Wait a minute. What time is it? It's casual Friday time. I gotta get mentally prepared for this. Gotta reach optimal levels. Gotta meditate and put on a great show tonight. You will put on a great show tonight. How you figure? Let's go. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody's Friday going tonight? Let's get a little background music going. Let's see what we got here. No, don't want that. Didn't want that. What is this? There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's get it started right, baby. Late night stream. Let's go, baby. Optimal levels have been reached. We're ready to jump right into this episode, man. Thanks for joining me. I know it's a late night. It's been a long day. It's the holiday season. But we're still here. We're still here, baby. Holiday stress? Not tonight. Just vibes. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Hope you are as well. You know, it's December 20th, you know? It's we're almost there, man. We're almost to Christmas. I almost did a Christmas special tonight. I really wanted to. There's so much to talk about. So many topics, so much news. So we have to talk about it. We might throw in a couple Christmas things here and there. I'm not sure. We'll see if we have enough time. But thanks for joining me on a late night. This is our DC Take Flight episode. It's a lot of DC out here, man. We're talking Batman. We're talking Superman. We're talking Joker. We're talking Catwoman. We're talking everything. But I tell you what I do appreciate. I appreciate you being here once again. And I can already tell we got the chat rolling. We got the chat on fire tonight as usual. I can tell y'all are keeping it casual. I don't know if y'all needed this stream tonight. I know I did. I'm excited to talk with you guys. Let's check in with y'all. You. Yeah. No. Not him. You. Yeah, you. We're going to talk to you directly at you. Look into my eyes. We're going to go on this journey together. And hopefully we're better people on the other side of it. Let's jump into it, baby. Let's jump into it. We got Clinton Martin in the building saying, howdy, folks. What's up, Clinton? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks so much for being here on a late night casual Friday. Really appreciate it. We got Malgus for Emperor in the building saying, evening all. What is up, Malgus for Emperor? I hope you're doing well as well. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you so much. We got Tucker Hall in the building saying, what's up, y'all? Hope everyone's doing well. Well, Tucker, you know what? I hope we are as well. And I hope you're doing well also, man. I hope you're doing well also. Great to see you in the chat. We got Doc Bat. You knew he was going to show up. You knew he was like, you know what? There's a lot of Batman news. There's a lot of DC news. You know I'm going to be here. Doc Bat, thank you for being here, man. Saying good evening, Justin and friends. We're not friends here, Doc Bat. Family. Family. Let's go, baby. We got X-Men Supreme. You already know. He already knows what time it is. It is op to mul le Vols, baby. Optimal levels tonight, X-Men. Thanks for being here, buddy. Really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you. Malgus for Emperor. Best intro in the game. Cut the music. Best intro in the game. I'm going to be honest with you, Malgus. Let me make sure my volumes are at optimal levels here. I'm going to be honest with you, Malgus. I appreciate this more than you'll ever know. I take pride in that intro, man. So I'm glad that I'm really appreciative of these words. I wanted to look you right in the eye. In fact, let's get zoomed in. Hey, Malgus, I know we got a chat full of people, man, but I want to talk directly to you for a second because this comment right here, best intro in the game, meant a lot to me. It really did. Especially towards the holiday season, you know, getting a comment like this, man, it makes it all worth it. You know what I'm saying? Malgus, I appreciate this. I really, really do. And I wanted to look you right. Don't look away, Malgus. Don't look away. Hey, I wanted to look you right in the eye and tell you thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Curtis Booth in the building. Curtis Booth has entered the chat, baby. He says, hey, everyone. How is everyone? I'll BRB, which means be right back, I believe. In 10, just on my way home. Curtis, be careful. We'll be here when you get here, man. We'll be here when you get here. Thank you so much, Curtis. Really appreciate it. We got Brandon in the chat. Brandon is here saying, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Brandon. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. We got Valkyrie Magnus in the building saying, good evening, everyone. X-Men Supreme, Clinton Martin, and Justin. Hey, Magnus, Valkyrie Magnus. Damn it. I just had talked to Malgus. There's no excuse for that. I messed up your name. But I was just talking to Malgus, and then you have Magnus. All I can ask is that you forgive me. That's all I can ask. If you don't, that's okay. I hope to earn your trust again. But Valkyrie Magnus in the building, a regular here on Casual Fridays, and very appreciated that you're back, man. Thank you so much for being here. Really means a lot. Clinton says, damn, 2099 moved Thrawn down again. Blasphemous. How dare you? Shaking fist at you. Yeah, he moved down. I got to show off the newer stuff, and I got to show off that 99, man, because it is, that 2099, because it is phenomenal. And shameless plug, after the stream, if you want to check out the review of that, I also have it linked in the description. Definitely go check out that review, show it some love. Really trying to get better with my reviews, so that one is one that I hope you enjoy. X-Men Supreme says, that 2099 looking damn good on the shelf. Dude, let's move your comment just so we can see it. It's beautiful, man. It is absolutely beautiful, baby. It's beautiful. SG Collectibles in the house saying, yo, Justin, Casual Friday family. That's right, SG Collectibles. This is the way I like for people to come in the chat, man. Another regular here. Seeing a lot of familiar faces means the world to me. Thank you, SG Collectibles, and hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for being here on episode 14. Can you believe it? 14 episodes already of Casual Friday, man. Let's see who else we got here. Let's see who else we got in the chat. I want to make sure I get to every single person. Clinton Martin said, what are we drinking tonight? How do you figure? No joke. I am drinking water. I've got to stay hydrated this time of year because it's a lot of soda. And, you know, it truly is just a glass of lukewarm water. And that's age to perfection right there. X-Men Supreme says, so we've done Red Bull and vodka, but what about Rockstar and rum? Hey, man, I mean, this is your journey, bro. This is your journey, man. Let me know how this goes. Let me know how this goes. Doc Bat says, DC boys are eating good. I'm telling you, man, it has been a hell of a week for DC fans, Batman fans, you name it, man. It is, yeah, I totally agreed with this, man. X-Men Supreme says, I just watched the Chris Claremont X-Men documentary and now I'm ready to keep it casual. Nice, dude. I need to watch this, man. Link this to, or like, where can I watch this, X-Men? This is, I know Chris Claremont stuff. I loved his stuff on with the X-Men comics and stuff, but I didn't know about a documentary, man. I feel like I'm living under a rock. So let me know. Is this like a newer one or is this kind of like an older one? Family. Thanks, man. No worries. Just, oh yeah. Hey, man, I just wanted to make sure it was all good. You know, like I said, didn't mean to call you Malgus, but you know, I mean, hey, if you're gonna be called somebody else, man, Malgus for Emperor, that's not bad company to keep right there, Valkyrie. We got Brandon saying, enjoyed the Spider-Man 2099 review. Looking forward to getting mine in soon. I'm telling you, man, I appreciate this, Brandon. I worked pretty hard on that review, and maybe it's my incompetence, but it took me a while to film it and to edit it and everything. So again, I'm just trying to get a little bit like, 0.1% better each time I put one out. And again, as long as y'all are enjoying it, maybe getting something out of it, man, then that makes it worth doing the review. So I really appreciate it. And yeah, dude, I'm excited for you to have it, man. It is a phenomenal figure. It really is. It really is. See, Malgus knows what's up. It's an honor to share similar names. It really is. It really is an honor. Tucker says, even if we're mainly talking about DC, I still thought we'd get an official announcement for Winter Soldier. I wonder what's keeping them. You know, I am too. I thought we'd get this by now as well, Tucker. Your guess is as good as mine, man. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm very interested to see if we eventually get this. Clinton Martin says, how you figure? I already watched the review. Good job. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate it, Clinton. And thank you for watching, man. I truly, truly appreciate that, dude. More than you know. I really, really appreciate it. We got Renzoro in the house saying, I sub. Well, we got to cut the damn music then, don't we? Because we got a new sub in the chat. We got Renzoro. Renzoro, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the stream. If you enjoy this stream and you've subbed, I hope to see you in more of the chat going forward. Got a great group of chat members here. I don't know. I was going to say a great group of chat, but that didn't make any sense. We got a lot of great people here, man. And I already see a few people saying what's up to you, man, and welcoming you. And that's what it's all about here on Casual Friday, baby. So I really appreciate you, Renzoro. Thank you for being here, man. And thank you for subbing and welcome to the family. If you don't know what that is yet, you'll get it soon. You'll get it soon. But thanks so much, man. Who else we got in the building here? Turn my, yeah, that's why it's so loud. Goodness. Okay. I had like my headphones on full blast there. Let's see who else. I want to make sure I get to everybody. See right here, this is what it's all about. Clinton Martin, welcome to the family, Renzoro. That's exactly right, man. Thank y'all so much for welcoming the new subscribers. It's always great to see other people joining in, man. And that's a testament to the chat, man, because you guys are just so welcoming and do a great job of hyping up the stream, man. So I appreciate it. Renzoro with the 3 smiley faces. That means he's smiling 3 times in a row, saying thank you. Thank you. No problem, Renzoro. Thank you. Thank you. We got Christian Crosshair Cooper, as some like to call him. Cooper Christian Crosshair. Yeah, that sounds right. I thought you weren't going live. I was checking if the GOAT was going live. Christian, come on, man. Come on, man. You mean this? You mean this, Christian? If you do, man, look me right in the eyes. And no, I'm being sincere when I say thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be totally transparent with you guys. I almost didn't go live. And I'm going to be even more transparent with you. I'm not even... I'm very, very tired. I'm very, very tired. It has been a long day. I filmed and edited the Spider-Man 2099 video. Like, it took me a long time. Like, people that review figures, man, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Like, kudos to you guys who are pumping out reviews I have tremendous respect for all of you who do it. It is a lot of work, and it just makes me even more appreciative of those reviews. I watch a ton of reviews online for figures that I'm interested in. I'm just trying to give my take on it and hopefully bring my perspective to it. But man, it's a lot of work. Plus, it's the holidays, so we got a lot of stuff. Got some family coming in. Very excited. It's great problems to have, but just I'll be transparent. I'm very tired, and I almost just didn't go live. But I said, no, man. You know what? It's important to me to get on Casual Friday, to get this stream going. And as soon as I got it going, it was a great decision, because as soon as I start reading the chat and communicating with you guys, man, it gives you that second win, man. So I'm very grateful to that y'all are all here at this late of an hour, dude. It truly, truly means the world to me, man. So I know that this had nothing to do with what you said, Christian, but this just triggered that in my mind of like, yeah, this is a good time for a little story. But thanks so much for being here, dude. Really, really appreciate it, man. We got Figures and Fandom, everybody. Figures and Fandom, a.k.a. Steve, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as Evil Sneaker, now Figures and Fandom. Casuality on this Friday night. Hello there, fellow collectors. Appreciate you being here, Steve. Really appreciate you, dude. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope everything's going well. And it's great to see you here, man. Figures and Fandom, baby. In the chat. What's up, dude? Who else we got here? We got Brandon saying, I just got my rooted InArt Harry Potter this week. Let's go, baby. And it's phenomenal. Ready for Ron and Hermione next. I am ready as well. I'm okay if I don't have to pay these off just yet. I'm getting a few times a year you get hammered with pre-orders and invoices, and that is currently what's happening to me right now. So again, good problem to have, but I'm okay if this waits a little bit. But Brandon, I'll be honest with you, man. I can't wait for these two figures, and I cannot wait to put them all on a display together. It's gonna be sick, man. And I hope we get an official like Snape or Dumbledore announcement soon. We'll see what happens. Valkyrie said it's on Amazon. Justin, I will definitely be checking that out. Thanks for this, Valkyrie, and thank you for the heads up on that Claremont documentary X-Men. Really appreciate you, dude. Renzora says, great job, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying this much. Renzora, thank you so much, man. This means the world to me, man. I really appreciate it, and I hope you I hope you stick around and stay active in the chat, man. It's gonna be a fun one. Striker47 has entered the chat. It says, I'm guessing the Winter Soldier might be up for pre-order next week, Friday. They just wanted to give people time to deal with the Snow Trooper. This could be it, man. I mean, I've been way off on this. I thought we were going to get this announcement. I've been saying every day, like, it's tonight. It's tonight. I'm always wrong. So, if I predict it, it's not going to happen. But this is a very good point, Striker. But also, Striker, thank you so much for being here, man. Really appreciate it. X-Men Supreme says, just DM'd you the Claremont link. Thank you so much. And this is a great time to advertise my Instagram, which I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you on this. My Instagram game is horrible. I don't post much Instagram stuff unless it's like a thumbnail to a video. And so I'm going to get a lot better at posting like actual content to Instagram, or I'm just not even going to do Instagram anymore. Because I just feel like I'm always like I want to do more with it. I see a lot of people doing just awesome things with their pages, and I need to do better on this. So I'm not even going to say to go follow me on Instagram. That's why I don't link it. But as soon as I get that up to par, I'll start linking that in the description. Then you can follow me over there. But yeah, thank you so much, X-Man. Really appreciate you, dude. Let's see. We got Jazzy in the building. We got Jazzy in the chat. Let's go. Saying, what's up, man? First time catching your stream. Welcome, Jazzy. Really appreciate this, dude. Really, really appreciate this, man. And I hope you enjoy it, man. And I hope to see you in the chat more. Again, man, really honored that you're here. And thank you, man. And welcome to the family. Welcome, baby. Let's see what else we got. We got, wow. The artist, once known as Mike Pause, now, or was Thrawn's office, now Mike Pause is again. And he says hi. He keeps it short and simple because he knew this name was going to catch my... Thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. SG Collectible says, I'm happy it was a DC week. Thank you for these casual Fridays, Justin. No. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here, man. Without you guys, it would just be me talking into a camera all by myself in the dark. This is what it would be. This is what it would be. But y'all are here. So as soon as I open up the chat, and I start seeing chats like this, I start seeing comments like this, all of a sudden a little light comes on. And then I see more chats from people like SG Collectibles here, and then another light. And then before you know it, we're at optimal levels, baby. Hopefully that analogy went over well. I'm just laughing at thinking about somebody tuning in for the first time and they see like that, what just happened, and they're like, okay, this is obviously, and that was just a flash of light that just happened with that. So that was cool. This is just obviously not what I signed up for. But no, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. And yeah, this means a lot to me, man. This comment means a lot to me. All joking aside, this comment means the world to me, man. So I appreciate it. Very happy to bring these to y'all. And again, man, this is our show together, man. So y'all bring just as much to it as I do. So I really appreciate it, dude. All right. Renzoro says, yes, glad to be a part of it. Yep. And Renzoro's excited, man. He's active in the chat. First time on the stream. We got Jazzy first time in the stream, man. This is exciting. An exciting night, man. An exciting night. See who else we got in the chat. We got Eric Heinke in the building saying, hello, everyone. What's up, Eric? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for being here, dude. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Eric Heinke says 2025 6-scale figures will be a problem. Money, absolutely. And, you know, this is crazy, but stick around to the end of the stream or catch it on the replay. I'm going to promote a few videos that I got coming up. And we'll get to that towards the end or whatever. But I got a few videos I'm going to be promoting that have to do with this. Let's see what else we got in the chat here. We got Duran Moss saying, how you figure? Smash that like button and subscribe. Season greetings. Duran Moss, I appreciate it, man. Always bringing the hype, dude. Always bringing the hype. Really appreciate it. And hey, Duran said it. So in a way, like, you know, let's do this for him. Let's hit that like button. Let's subscribe. You know, and that sounds good to me. I'm not going to stop you. You want to subscribe if you want to hit that like button. I mean, I won't stop you. This would be lovely. Be lovely. But thanks so much for being here, dude. Really appreciate it. Eric Heinke says, get Steve to join the live stream tonight. Hey, maybe I'll send him a text. We'll see what happens. Duran Moss says, how you figure? Just got my InArt Superman today. It's so amazing. You know, this is one I've been going back and forth on if I'm going to get. I may eventually try to get this. We got 32 in the chat, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. But I kind of want this. It looks amazing. Like, let me put that out there. It looks amazing. I just don't know yet if I'm going to pick it up or not. But so happy that you have it, man. And we're going to talk about the future of DC in my collection, man. We're going to talk about the future of DC. 2025 is going to be a very exciting year for DC collectors. And it's just going to get better. So we got Tucker Hall in the building. Saying, I plan to buy the diecast Mark 7 Iron Man, and I'm really thinking about getting the other 2012 suits, but I don't know what to do at this point. I should wait for 2.0s, LOL. Tucker, I'm in the same boat. This is just my strategy. You do what you want, man. Enjoy collecting how you want to collect. This is what I'm doing. At this point, I've committed to just waiting on 2.0s of the 2012 Avengers figures. And if I don't get some at certain times, cool. I might, if I see a really great deal on like one of the older figures, I'll pick it up, no question. But I'm really holding out, thinking that we're going to get 2.0s of these relatively soon, like in the next year or two. I could be totally wrong, but that's my strategy. And I'll just, you know, there's so much other stuff that can hold me over. This is my priority in collecting, is to get the original 6 Avengers 2012 display. But I'm going to just play the long game on this and try to see if some of the 2.0s get announced in 2025. So that's how I'm kind of navigating it. With that said, though, if I could see something for a really good price, I might pick it up as well. So the only thing that's like completely outrageous is the Hulk, but that's arguably the one that looks the best. So in terms of the Mark 7, man, Yeah, dude. Diecast Mark 7. I got the suit up, and the suit up's a phenomenal piece, man. I know a lot of people skipped on that one, but it truly is fantastic. I mean, as a huge fan of the 2012 Avengers, again, I'll say it again because we got some new people in chat, but my favorite MCU film, having that in the display just makes me so happy. So Striker says, had to cancel figure this week, but happy holidays, everyone. Going to be cooking Christmas dinner for the family. This is awesome, Striker. And this is why I even said in my Instagram post, like, hey man, you know, the fact that we have 34 in the chat on December 20th at 11:17 p.m. Central Time just warms my heart, man. I really appreciate it because there's so much other stuff going on. Maybe this is a little bit the calm before the storm, before the big holiday gatherings and stuff. As awesome as it is, it can get a little stressful just because it's like a lot of stuff. But yeah, man, definitely I encourage all of you, man, to spend time with family, spend time with loved ones, friends, however you celebrate. And just, you know, just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it. It flies by every year. And just take a moment to breathe and like look around and appreciate everything that's going on in your life, man. And this is awesome. I love seeing this, man. Gonna be cooking Christmas for the family. That's awesome, Striker. That's what it's all about, dude. That's what it's all about, baby. Oh, figures and Phantom telling Eric, not, you know, even if Justin texts, it ain't gonna happen tonight. We got Ben Thomas show in the building saying, hey friends, what's up, Ben Thomas? Thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate you jumping into the stream, into the chat, and saying what's up, dude. I really, really appreciate it. JB saying howdy, y'all. JB, truly appreciate you being here, man. Howdy to you as well. Thank you for being here, man, on episode 14 of Casual Friday, dude. Really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Who else we got here? Make sure I'm getting to everyone. Renzoro says, what do you think of the new Superman trailer? I mean, hopefully the suit will change later in the movie, but I love the colors. Renzoro, we're going to be discussing this. We're going to be discussing this trailer. This might even be our first topic of the night. But we will be discussing this as a chat very, very soon once I get through the chat here. And we'll be talking about it soon, man. Joe Moore says, yo, great show. Third show and first comment. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Liked and subscribed. Longtime 6-scale collector, Gen Xer. Dude, Joe, I appreciate this, dude. Third show and first comment, man. I'm truly grateful you decided to comment, dude. Really appreciate you, Joe. Thanks for being here, man. Welcome to the family. And welcome to episode 14 of Casual Friday, man. So grateful that you decided to comment, man, so I could say what's up to you and say thank you to you. Really appreciate it, Joe. Really, really do, man. Welcome. We got Prosty Shinobi in the building saying greetings, just in the chat. Prosty's here, baby. Prosty's here. Another regular here on Casual Fridays. Really appreciate you, Prosty. Thanks for being here, man. And hope you're having a great Friday. I really, really do. Brandon saying, patiently waiting for the 2.0 of the Back to the Future 2 figures. Dude, I'm all in. I'm all in on this if they do this. Hell yeah. Let's see who else we got in the chat here. A lot of people talking. Curtis Booth is back. Curtis, but we were waiting on you, Curtis. Curtis, we were waiting on you. I told him, I said, we ain't going to get to the first topic until Curtis gets back. But no, I appreciate you being here, Curtis. Thanks for showing up, man, and coming back like you said you would, man. Really appreciate that. Striker 47 says, I would agree that Suit Up Iron Man is one of the best suits they've done so far, better than the Mark V. I'm hoping Hot Toys can create the nanotech suit up from Infinity War. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we're going to just continue to get more Iron Man figures, I would guess, you know. I mean, I'm really going out on a limb saying that, but no, I mean, yeah, dude. But I mean, the Suit Up, dude, I just love it. Like, it makes me happy every time I love it. It's definitely one of my favorite pieces in the whole collection, dude. I really do love it. And this is what I love. Let's pause the music for a second here. Here's what I truly love about the chat, man. Joe Moore, we had a couple of other people first time in the chat tonight, and we got people, you know, regulars, always keeping it casual, like X-Men Supreme saying welcome. We got Mike saying welcome. I mean, this is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. We got Clinton Martin saying hello. That's why people join in, man. That's why people start commenting. That's why people, because they're seeing the fun we're having. They're seeing that it's always a chill stream. It's always a chill vibe. with the chat. Like everybody's being super respectful. We have fun. We have our disagreements about certain figures or movies or whatever, man, but we always keep it casual, baby. And this means the world to me, man, that all of you guys are always so welcoming to everybody coming in. So again, man, just wanted to shout you guys out one more time before we get to our first topic. But thank you everybody for welcoming in Joe Moore, man. Third time watching, but first comment, dude. So thank you again, Joe. We got Jose G. Hernandez in the building saying, hey there, everyone. What's up, Jose? Hope you're doing well, man. Truly appreciate you being here. Episode 14 of Casual Friday, man. We're already in episode 14, man. That's crazy how we're already 14 episodes in. Seems like just yesterday I had episode 1. It's wild, man. Time flies. We got Jazzy coming in with the $5 super chat. Jazzy, dude, thank you, man. Thank you for this $5 super chat, dude. You being here is enough, but this is always super, super appreciated, man. So again, 2 thank yous. 1, thank you for even being here. Actually, 3. Thank you for commenting is the second one. And the third one, thank you so much for this super chat, man. This really means the world to me. Thank you so much. Jazzy says, that Harry in the background looking fire. My Harry and Soup coming soon. Building that InArt shelf, baby. LFG. Yeah, dude, I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on the Harry Potter, man. I've heard a lot of people go on and on about the Superman as well. Definitely on the fence about that one. I mean, trust me, it's a beautiful piece. I'm just kind of going back and forth on if I'm going to pick that one up or not, dude. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think of the Harry Potter, Jazzy, when you get it. And thank you for the kind words and the super chat, dude. Really, really means a lot. Prosty Shinobi says, I see some new brothers in the chat. Glad to see this community growing. Yeah, and we're just continuing to build the family. Prosty, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. So we're all welcoming in of everybody that's deciding to jump in, man. Yeah, this is awesome. Have more people, new, first time commenters, first time into the stream, man. Really appreciate it. Curtis Booth says, nowhere I'd rather be on a Friday. Just, man, this really, really hits home, man. Nowhere I'd rather be on a Friday, dude. That means the world, dude. That means the world, man. Dang. I really appreciate this, Curtis. This is very kind of you, man. Thank you. We got Yagron 2 in the building. What's up, Lane? Hope you're doing well, man. There, how you figure. Hope you're doing well, Lane. Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, dude. Really, really appreciate you showing up and saying what's up. And he says, hey, I'm coming in to say hello, but I'm not going to be on long. Yagron 2 is basically saying, like, hey, I'm here. But you're going to get a hello and you're going to get a goodbye. But no, man, for real, I appreciate you even showing up at all, man. Really means a lot to me. Check out the replay if you get bored one day. But yeah, dude, hope you're doing well, man. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, Yagron 2 says, but I needed to ask. So, do you think Flash Bat Cycle and that interesting Batman is coming soon? I mean, usually when they update something, it usually gets here like right away. So, the last updates they had, whether it be the Obi-Wan, the Mantis, the Ant-Man, like the actual blogger photos were like shortly behind. So I would guess yes to this. But yeah, we got Joe Moore saying, appreciate it, fellas. One of the few 1/6 shows I'm subscribed to. Honestly, I like your style, my friend. Sorry, man. I just wanted to take a moment to just let that sink in. Damn. What a comment, man. What a comment. One of the few 1/6 shows I'm subscribed to. Honestly, I like your style, my friend. Well, Joe, I like your style as well, man. I like your style as well, dude. So I really appreciate you being here, dude. And hope you continue to enjoy the content. And hopefully you continue to stay active in the chat, dude. Love hearing from you. Mike Pause says, my wife just said, and the quote start here, for some reason, he's so entertaining and I can't figure out why. Close parentheses. Or parentheses, what am I talking about? Quotes, air quotes. Probably because people aren't used to being so casually entertained. Let me stop the damn music here for a second, though, because We got to talk about this. So I'm trying to figure out how to take this. Okay. So on one hand, I think this is a great compliment. Like when I first read it, I was like, oh my God, what a compliment. Like that's so nice. And then the more I'm digging deeper into this, my wife just said, and this is the part that kind of confuses me, I guess. For some reason, there's just because this to me reads like I have no clue how anybody would. I don't know how this is entertaining because it's horrible, but that's how I'm like kind of. But like on the flip side, I'm like, hey Justin, you're overthinking this, man. You're digging too deep into it. So let's read this, because a lot of stuff can get lost in the translation on the comments, right? For some reason, he's so entertaining, and I can't figure out why. Maybe I'm going to take this as like it's like a puzzle, it's like a puzzle that people are trying to figure out, like, why am I entertained, Maybe it's like reality TV, you don't know why you keep watching it, but it just keeps drawing you in. And I mean, I guess at this point, man, in 2024, almost 2025, I'll take this. I'll take this all day and twice on Sunday. I mean, I'm really appreciating this now. The more I'm reading it, the more I'm like telling myself it's good. I'm going to, I'm gonna take this. You know what, Mike? Let me sit on that. Let me chew on this for a few hours. And then next week, I'll tell you my final thought on how to take this. But right now, I'm going to take it all positive. Yeah. I'm going to take it positive, man. Absolutely. I appreciate you, man. Tell her I said thank you. This is great. I love it. I love it. Hit the music. All right, let's see, because I just went on a little bit of a rant there, and I don't even know where I don't even know where I am anymore. X-Men thinks it's my man's boyish charm. I don't know what the hell that was. I just smiled. Whatever. Mike says def, exclamation point, haha. Oh, so he was responding to X-Man Supreme. Figure Craft in the chat saying, hey, Justin, congrats on the 2099 Figure Craft. I appreciate this, dude. Just watched your video. Can't help think that body would be perfect for a Batman the Animated Series figure. Absolutely, dude. This is a great, great comment. I never even thought of this Figure Craft. I'm going to be real with you. I didn't even think about this, but that is a brilliant comment, dude. I think it would absolutely be great for it. The weight of the figure, like when you actually take it out of the box, the thing that surprised me the most was just the weight of it. Like I know that it like looks big, but sometimes it's like, you never, but like it's a weighty figure, man, and it really feels like the material just feels great. It's just a beautiful piece, man. I'm very impressed with it. Definitely trying to get these reviews out so I can do my end of the year like rankings for figures that I've gotten, and it's definitely up there, man. I mean, it is a great, great piece, and I appreciate this a lot, man. That you watched the video, that you enjoyed it, and that you're here commenting, man, on episode 14 Casual Friday. So I really appreciate this Figure Craft, really do, man. Mike is laughing. Figures and Fandom says, "Dan, this is deep." Yeah, I got a little deep with that. I kind of, I kind of analyzed it. I probably overanalyzed it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's too late now. I've done it. It's happened, and now it's time that we just move on, I guess. So until next week, and then I'll maybe have some more thoughts on it. Clinton Martin says, "Is anyone else enjoying Skeleton Crew as much as I am?" Clinton, I'm going to be totally real with you. I have not started watching Skeleton Crew yet. I'm so sorry. This is the best compliment. The Jersey Shore of 1/6. Jazzy, I'm telling you, man, you just have a way with words, man. I love this. If I can be the Jersey Shore of the 1/6 community, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Mike says, LOL, she said, tell him it's definitely a compliment. Heart. You know what? Bring it in. The mystery is solved, ladies and gentlemen. It's official. It was a compliment after all. And I'll be honest with you. I feel a little embarrassed that I dug that deep with a simple comment, but at the same time, I feel like we got to a more honest place. And I feel like me and you are closer now because of it, Mike. Tell her I said thank you. And to you as well. Thank you as well. Thank you also. Lent says, we're all missing the fact that your wife is watching also. She is a keeper. That's a great point. That's a great point. I mean, this is a family stream here, guys. We say it every week. It's all about family. So, man, this is now a family stream. This is definitely a, yeah, dude. Yeah. I literally just went blank upstairs. Like, I just literally, like, every thought I had just went away. And I'm scared. I feel like Garth in Wayne's World, where he has to be in front of the camera for the first time. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just now starting to notice that there is cameras here. And we got to move on. We got to move up. I'm panicking, guys. No, I'm kidding. Figurecraft says, no worries. Nicely done with video. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Especially coming from you, Figurecraft. You're always doing incredible work, man. So this means a lot coming from you, dude. It means a lot coming from anybody, but I'm just saying, like, I appreciate hearing this from you because I really enjoy the stuff you put out as well. It says, what are we thinking about Jared Leto playing Skeletor in the new Mo2 film? Trying not to laugh. Listen, man, we'll see. I'm going to give Jared Leto one last chance with Tron, new Tron movie. I feel like as a supporting actor, dude, when he's like, I feel like he can really bring it. I feel like sometimes he gets too like, I feel like he really needs the right material. I'll put it that way. But if he gets the right material and he's with the right director, man, he can really put a great performance out there. So we'll see what happens. But as Skeletor, man, I didn't even know about this, dude. So that's kind of wild. I had no idea about that. Mike saying, yeah, she's the best. Yeah, I mean, Mike, thank you, man. And this is great, man. This is great. Everybody's joining it. Jazzy saying it's a party, baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's a party. Everybody's enjoying it. Everybody, it's a time to sit down. It's December 20th. It's time for family. That could be your immediate family. That could mean your family here in the chat. This could mean your family, wherever. But that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about here during the holiday season. What else we got here? Yagron 2 says, my Death Trooper zombie got delayed coming, so it's coming. My Death Trooper zombie got delayed, so it's coming after I leave tomorrow morning. Damn, dude, that sucks, Yagron. I'm sorry, man. Yagron said, is that a Spider-Man 2099 I see behind you there? It absolutely is. I'm going to hide your comment. It absolutely is. And, I'm going to just, because you asked, if you want Yagron 2, Lane, I have this linked in the description below. You can go check out the review. You can tell me what you think about it. I'd really appreciate to hear your thoughts on it, man. But it absolutely is. And if you don't have time to watch the review, I'll just tell you it's fantastic. So there you go. Michael Latour says, honestly, if Jared Leto never popped up ever again in any media whatsoever, I think the world would be a better place. Oh, he just sucks so bad. I'm telling you, man, it's wild, man, because, yeah, I mean, I'm at a loss for words with this because I kind of, I don't feel like that's the thing. I don't really feel strongly one way or the other because I don't really like nothing that like having Jared Leto attached does not get me into the theater. So it's usually not like something that even registers for me. The only reason I knew he was in Tron is because I'm very excited for Tron. And I'll be honest with you, his involvement in it makes me a little nervous, but I'm still going to go see it. But yeah, I mean, I think that the thing that it is like anytime he's attached to something, it becomes like a Jared Leto thing. It no longer is about the IP. It's no longer about the movie. It's like Jared Leto becomes the, it's like, I don't know if it's an egotistical thing or what, but it's just like during Suicide Squad, I had to hear about how he wouldn't get out of character and he was doing all this weird shit. And it just gets exhausting after a while, dude. It just gets exhausting after a while. It's like, dude, just put out a great performance and like, let it be that, Joe Moore says, unboxed a figure this evening. Vader, Return of the Jedi. Love it. Dude, I'm so jealous, man. I had to pass on this. I'm eventually going to pick this up to put with my OT display. But since I had just picked up the Kenobi Vader Deluxe, I decided to just skip on it for now. I regret it because it's a beautiful piece. I will eventually be picking this one up. It looks phenomenal. Very cool, man. Yagron says, cool. I'm guessing you put it in to get earlier. I got Lord Star Killer coming from across the Pacific. It arrived in US today. Nice, man. Yeah. I wanted to get it early just because I wanted to be able. I wasn't sure how many more videos I'd get to make before the new year, because I really want to try to focus on, like, I know it's cliche, but like we talk about family, all the time, but I really want to focus on this holiday season, like really just trying to disconnect for a bit and not even think about making content for like a few days, just so I can really just enjoy the holidays and stuff. And even though you might not be making videos, and people that do YouTube probably understand this, and people that do, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not, not saying it's difficult or anything. I'm just saying that, like, people that do stuff at, like, whether it be a, whatever side thing you do, whether, it's after your regular job or what, I'm just saying, like, even thinking about doing content ideas, like, I kind of want to just, like, for a few days, just kind of like not even think about any of that stuff and just enjoy it. So I wanted to get a few videos out before that, just in case or go ahead and have videos ready to upload, just so that way if I do decide not to put any videos out from, like, Christmas Eve to the 1st, I have a few videos that I can still release, but like I'm not actively working on them. Instead, I'm like spending time with family or doing whatever. So yeah, I wanted to just get it a little bit early for that reason. Figurecraft says, I think you're on point, Justin. He has yet not carried a movie fully, but supporting works. I'm worried about Trump because I'm a huge Legacy fan. Yeah, that's me too, man. I hope it has the same vibe as that. Legacy was one that, like, again, I felt the same way about Oblivion, same director, and the vibes of those movies are just cool, man. I mean, I just like the vibes of it. Again, maybe it was the Daft Punk soundtrack, I don't know, but it was just I really enjoyed it too. I want this one to be so good, man. I feel like Tron could, like, especially with the new technology, and like, just there's so much cool stuff they could do with it. And right now it's even more relevant than it was back in, like, when it first came out, the first one. So I'm hoping they go an interesting direction with it. Yagron 2 says, yeah, I picked up Kenobi Vader and Return Vader. I like Kenobi's actually better. Yeah, I mean, that, again, both seem like they're incredible. I mean, that Kenobi Vader, again, it came out so early in the year that I think people, like, because we're getting so many releases, but damn, dude, I mean, as soon as that one was released, a lot of people still consider that the best Vader. And even with the new one coming out, the battle damaged, again, man, that one's got everything you need, really. If you just want, like, a traditional Vader, also a little bit of a battle damage, you got it all with that one. So Mike says, for real, that's why I respect you guys with channels. It's a lot of work. It is, and I always, every time I start saying this, I kind of like pause pause myself a little bit and, like, okay, don't, I kind of turn to, like, the gratitude angle of, like, okay, you're choosing to do it. Like, it's not like, there's a lot of people that can't do it because they're working in a lot of hours. Maybe they're having to work 2 jobs. So you're in an incredible position to where, like, you even have the luxury to be able to do something in your off time. And so yeah, it is a lot of work, but it's also, like, to me, it's trying to articulate the best I can. It's like it's still fun, like, I still enjoy it, but it does take up a lot of your day, and, like, you're thinking about, like, okay, what's the next video I can make? And so sometimes when it gets to, like, this Christmas, I'm really going to try to just, like, not even try to think about that and really just try to stay present in the moment. I mean, that's something I struggle with, is, like, staying present in, like, the moment. I'm always thinking, like, ahead to stuff, or thinking about, like, what's the next thing. And just trying to stay still a little bit, if that makes any sense to y'all. Like, kind of just staying still and, like, just kind of looking around. And, it's like Ferris Bueller says, man. And I messed this up last time I talked about this on stream, the quote, even though I've seen this movie 1,000 times. Like, life moves pretty fast, you need to stop and take a look once in a while, so yeah. Striker says, I like how James Gunn made the Superman trailer a special event this week. Yes, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this as our first topic. Haven't been excited for DC fan since. Oh, let me read this one. I see what happened here. Okay. I liked how James Gunn made this special event this week with the trailer. Haven't been excited for DC film since BVS. Yeah, I honestly, man, I don't think I've been excited for a DC film since like actually excited since probably Dark Knight Rises. And I'm talking like true excitement. Like I've been interested and I went and saw stuff, but like true excitement. This one gets me that true excitement again because I feel like we're going to see something new and fresh with the character. And I mean, I was excited for Man of Steel, I guess, but once they did BVS and stuff, man, I don't know. I just always had a bad feeling about the movie, like that, you know. And again, there's half of a great movie in there. I've been saying it. There's half of a great movie in BVS, but the other half to me just brings it down. Renzoro says James Gunn is cooking. Yeah, I mean that's like the dream job right there, man. Being over getting to be over all the DC media live action stuff, dude. Even the, you know, that Creature Commandos on Max. If y'all have been checking that one out, man, that's a really good show. Yagron says I have to head out. All right, man. See you, Lane. Thanks for being here, dude. You have a great evening as well, man. I appreciate you. We got Kevin Collectibles in the chat. What is up, dude? Thanks for being here. He says, I was $3.49 in the queue for the Ranger Trooper and still lost out. Dude, you know what's so weird about this is I thought this was still up. Like you could just go to the site and it was up for pre-order. So this is such a bummer, dude. I'm so sorry you missed out on this, man. I for whatever reason, I thought that this was like readily available. Maybe I'm ignorant to how the rollout happened with this one because I wasn't trying to get this. So, but dude, this is crazy, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I mean, again, Kevin, I mean, I'm wondering this too, man. How'd that happen, dude? X-Men Supreme says, y'all, I'm just sitting here loving these mono cases. My MCU collection has never looked good. Yeah, or looked this good. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm excited for you, man. That is awesome, dude. We got Kyrus1 in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. He says Creature Commandos is good. It really was, man. That I need to get caught up on the last episode, but the one with the backstory on the you know, the robot or whatever. You know, it's voiced by James Gunn's brother, man. That was damn good, dude. That episode was so badass. All right, well, let's kick it off with I'm gonna be honest with you. We're already an hour in. We're gonna take a little bit of a different approach tonight in terms of like, I'm just going to randomly just bring stuff up and we're just going to talk about it. Like, I don't even know if we're going to follow the topics that are on the screen. I'm sure we're going to look at everything, but I'm just really kind of enjoying hanging out with you guys. We're almost at midnight already, an hour in. So out of respect to everybody's time, we're just going to kind of wing it the rest of the night. I mean, I kind of do that every week, but we're going to do a different order because I definitely want to spend a little bit more time on stuff like the Superman trailer. So we're going to take a look at just released Superman official teaser trailer. And let's see if we can, what can we do here? Let me check something real quick. Let me make sure that I got everything pulled up. All right, give me 1 second here. Got to make sure the sound's off on this. All right. So let's go. And let's go. No, don't want that song. All right, here we go. Thanks for your patience. So here we go. We got the Superman. We're not gonna play this. I'm just gonna literally like scroll and like, so for instance, I'll go we'll do like this and then we'll just talk about the scenes and stuff. So Superman trailer, for the longest time I thought it was gonna be called Superman Legacy. So that was the first thing that I noticed, was now it's just called Superman. And again, somebody had said it earlier. I did as well, like how this was a I really liked how they made an event out of this announcement. I mean, there is a lot riding on this movie, a lot. And James Gunn even said it on a podcast. I forget which one, but he even said, like, he's feeling a lot of pressure with this being great. And somebody was like, well, why? And he goes, well, if this doesn't do well, like, we might not get to make anything else. And I mean, that's true, man. If this movie does not do well, and I don't think it has to be like a monster hit for them to continue forward with James Gunn's plans or whatever, but it definitely has to do well in the box office. And I think it will. I think people are craving like something a little different. And I think the more we see of this movie, it's going to be a different take. Again, not a knock on Man of Steel whatsoever, but I think people are wanting like a, DC like has been known for like the dark, gritty kind of stuff. And I think that breath of fresh air that James Gunn's going to bring into it with his style is going to be a benefit to a character like Superman. And, just this first image or whatever, I'll be honest with you, the trailer starts off, I think, really interesting. Like I was totally expecting it to start off a little bit different than this. They kind of just get you right in the midst of Superman at probably his weakest point in the movie. Is this going to be a big turning point in the movie? Or is this going to be just used as a funny gag for, for the scene with, when he whistles for the, and I know I'm not going to sound like a Superman fan whatsoever because I'm forgetting the name of the damn dog and I can't even think. So I'm going to look it up. Crypto. Okay. Not even going to pretend that I knew that really. But yeah, so, with Crypto coming up or whatever, and I'm very interested to see how that goes out. So again, Superman to me, with other superheroes, I'm way more like knowledgeable about a lot. I'm knowledgeable about a lot of different superheroes. Superman to me is like I'd never really read the comics of Superman. Never really read a lot of the books with Superman. It was always like Superman when he was like teamed up with like the Justice League or like with Batman or something. So for me, man, this feels kind of fresh and I'm really excited to see where they go with it. I mean, I know like the borderline stuff. I mean, I know like stuff about Superman stuff. I'm just saying like I wasn't somebody that rewatched a lot of the earlier Superman films a lot. The Brandon Routh Superman I actually thought was pretty good. Man of Steel, I thought was pretty good. But I'm interested to see where they take this character. And, it's and I do think having the trailer start out like this is a really interesting choice. And I think that it kind of immediately puts you on the level of Superman. I think that's going to be the toughest thing that they're going to have to do in this movie, is make you feel like Superman is vulnerable. And I feel like that is it's an easier said than done type of scenario where, yeah, of course, yeah, we're going to make Superman vulnerable, but it is so difficult to make a superhero like this, basically the perfect superhero, vulnerable. And I think nobody has yet to explore the emotional vulnerability that could arise from that. I think they navigated that a little bit with Cavill's Superman. But I felt like they didn't go deep enough. I felt like Man of Steel spent a lot of time with like the backstory and like the lore and all that stuff, where this supposedly is going to take place right in the middle of the action. It's not going to be an origin story. And James Gunn does an incredible job of like revealing character through action as opposed to dialogue. So like a lot of times, if you've seen the Guardians films, I mean, even when he took over the Suicide Squad, he does a great job of showing character through action. And I always feel like that's the best way to tell you about a character. And through this trailer, we're going to look at it, and you can kind of get hints of what we're going to see with Superman. I think David Cornsweat's going to just knock it out of the park. This will definitely be a star-making turn for him. But I'm most excited, and we'll talk about it here in a minute. I can't wait to see what Nicholas Hoult does as Lex. I just think that's going to be great. And Rachel Brosnahan as I think she's going to do a great job as Lois. So again, man, James Gunn's always casted his movies really good, so I just think this is going to be cast brilliantly. But let's take a look a little bit here, and we're going to take a look at this first shot here, and then I'm going to turn it over to the chat and see what you guys think. But I love how it goes from this vulnerability here, maybe at his weakest point that we're going to see him in the movie. We don't really know why he's like this, to this, and then we get this right here. And I think they actually did a pretty admirable job making him look quite a bit different, as opposed to some movies that don't even try, So he, I liked how awkward it was here. I liked his physicality. Like the way that he was walking as Clark Kent, I thought was brilliant. Like I really liked the awkwardness, physicality, and I loved switching between that and this. So we're seeing Superman at his two most vulnerable spots. It's like him being weakened, him needing help, and then as the human Clark, or not as a human, but trying to portray himself as human Clark Kent, because at the end of the day, this is an alien in a place he's unfamiliar with, having to adjust to. Again, we're not going to see that origin stuff, but he's still going to probably be navigating that. And then we're seeing him awkwardly trying to get to work. Looks like he's running late or whatever, and trying to balance that out. And so I thought that was a super interesting way to start it off. And I think it was a really, I think there's hints in here of like, that's going to be the overarching story of the film, So let's check in with you guys. We're going to keep it rolling with the trailer breakdown here, but I want to check in with the chat. I know a lot of you guys have been chatting, so I really appreciate it. And I want to make sure that I'm reading y'all's chat. So let's take a pause here and let's see who we got. I want to make sure I'm a little bit behind, so let me get caught up here. We got Loco Lou in the building. Again, this was 8 minutes ago. Hope Loco Lou is still in the house. Loco Lou, thanks for being here, man, saying what's popping, people. Loco Lou, always bringing the hype in the chat, man, so I really appreciate you, dude. Thank you for being here. Kevin said, Sideshow on the pre-order page had it in someone else's cart for over an hour and then went to waitlist. Damn, dude. Loco Lou says, nice review on $20.99, bro. I really appreciate that, Loco Lou. Thanks so much for checking out the video, man, and for sharing this with me, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Really do, man. Really glad you liked it. Clinton Martin says, I'm very optimistic about this movie. I am as well. I'm very optimistic about James Gunn's involvement with DC as a whole. So I'm very excited to see what he does with it. I think he's gonna, unless he puts out something that makes me question, like everything he's done up to this point, I've been a fan of with the comic book genre. So Kyra says, I hope they show the Fortress of Solitude. I would think this would happen for sure, especially with like Guardians. I think he really likes to explore the different worlds and the different planets and all that stuff. So I would think this would happen. Prosa says, this trailer is literally pages of Superman comics brought to life. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This trailers like this, it always gets me excited to read the comics again, or like to check out some stories or some arcs that I didn't get to check out before. So I'm definitely going to be doing this with Superman. I've read some of the more modern stuff, like the new 52 stuff, but I definitely want to take a look at some of the stuff even before that. And yeah, anytime a movie like this comes out, it's like when Guardians came out. I mean, again, this is Superman, so it's like, right with Batman, like two of the most like popular, superheroes. But I just meant that like anytime you see a really good comic book movie, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I want to go read the source material or like what inspired it, like what comic runs or comic arcs inspired this particular movie. So it's gonna be cool. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I totally went my brain just completely went off, and I don't even know. I totally forgot about this. So I was like, yeah, the dog. But Mike says, showing Superman bleeding and vulnerable right from the start was really smart. It immediately removes the reason a lot of people give for not liking Superman overpowered. Yeah, exactly. This is a great comment. That's the problem. I feel like people have a tough time connecting with Superman. All these other heroes have, Spider-Man's a great example. Like whether it be, him not having any money growing up, or like him not having his parents, and him trying to navigate having all these powers as a kid. There's stuff that you can connect with. Superman's always just seemed like the perfect superhero, and that's kind of what he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be like that beacon of hope, that beacon of light. But I think that, to see him like this is a great thing. And I think that it's also something that is going to really be smart if they show this vulnerability in the movie, because he could still be super powerful. He could still be super powerful and do like great things. I mean, look at Thor and like Infinity War. I think Infinity War did a great job with Thor's character of like showing that vulnerable side, and him finally kind of like coming to terms with a lot of different things. And I feel like Superman could be another version of that as well. So we'll see what happens. But Mike says, check out All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison and Frank. I definitely will. I've read some of Grant Morrison's stuff, so I definitely will check that out. Thank you for this. I'm going to actually like remember this, and I'll let you know what I think, man. I'm definitely interested to start getting a little bit more of the Superman reading for sure. Stryker says, I trust the process that James Gunn is doing, but of course people are going to be salty because they hate that Henry Cavill is not Superman anymore. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, the way I look at it is like, eventually, man, people, like, everybody's going to play the role. Like, like there's always going to be somebody else playing the role. And Henry Cavill did a great job. I thought I really wish he could have gotten a sequel to Man of Steel, like just a straight sequel to Man of Steel to really explore the character. I always think that in a superhero movie, the sequel is really when you get to explore the character. Because the first movie, you guys spent so much setting up the origin, setting up this, setting up that. And, like Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, like they really explored that character. They finally explored, like, with great power comes great responsibility arc. And, still to this day, for me, that's one of the best superhero movies ever made. And I think that Superman would be smart to take a page out of that book of Raimi's Spider-Man 2. I feel like that's a blueprint that Superman could really benefit from. Prost says, starting with a hurt Superman was brilliant, showcasing his vulnerability, making him more relatable. Then you see his daily life as Clark, everyone he cares about. Yeah, exactly. Everyone he cares about. Then see him call for a man's best friend and tells him, Crypto, home, take me home. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that's yeah, I'm totally in agreement with this. And James Gunn always has a way to make, like, whether it be animal characters or like alien characters or whatever, he always finds a way to like make those characters relatable. And so I'm very interested to see what he does with this character. I really am excited. Clint Martin says, Corn Sweat is 6'4", but man, he looks head and shoulders taller than everyone in the city scene. He really does, dude. He looks huge. He looks huge, man. X-Men says, I want to see him struggle with his immense power. He once talked about living in a world made of cardboard. I want to see a movie explore that more. Yeah. I think that, how to navigate, I agree. I think that the thing they have to do with this movie is they need to not worry about, like, the suspension of disbelief. Like, they just need to assume that we're all going to suspend our disbelief with everything that's on screen and just go along with it. And if you're doing a movie right, you don't have time to even allow yourself to be like, now wait a minute. Now, Superman shouldn't even be able to do that because he would destroy it, right? Like, that's what I want to see. If they're really having you invested in the movie and in the characters, that shouldn't even come up. It's only when a movie's like really not doing too well for you, you're not enjoying it, that you start even having those questions arise. But I agree here, man. I think that they need to explore that, but they also need to explore like other aspects of, like, how does he keep relationships? How is his relationship with Lois? Like, what's that going to look like? Like, how does he navigate that? Like, I thought that was brilliant. And the reason I always go to Spider-Man 2 is because I feel like that movie was such a Peter Parker film. And I want this to be that for this movie, like to have that navigate, like the relationships, the struggles, like being a hero, being great, saving people, but also having its burdens with taking you away from family, taking you away from these relationships you're trying to build, not fully being accepted on Earth, you know, because again, you're different. You're like, you know, some people are going to be afraid of you, you know, and you kind of see that in the trailer here in a minute. We'll kind of look ahead a little bit. We'll kind of do that right now. And I just really like how the Daily Bugle looks here as well, because I really like how it's got like the modern feel to it with all the TVs and everything, but it's also got that historical classic feel with the roof and the different the globe right there. I just think they did a great job kind of merging those two things. It's traditional yet modern, and I really like that. Renzoro says Henry was good, but this one is golden. James Gunn is going to rock the fans with this one. Yeah, I think so too. I think James Gunn's going to do a great job here. I really do. I think if this movie, I don't think this movie is going to fail because it's not good. I think they have to continue to market. They have to be very, very, very strategic with the marketing on this. I don't think James Gunn's name alone is going to get like casual moviegoers to go see this movie. Superman will, like, just having Superman out there. I think that if this movie has really good word of mouth and it feels like an event film, we need, this film really needs to feel like an event film. And so far the marketing has really shown that it is. You know, they've really done a good job, like making this, making the trailer important, making that important. Like, hey, you need to be here on Thursday, check out the trailer. Making this an event film, like it needs to feel like that, like, hey, you can't miss this. You have to be at the theater. Like if you miss this, you're gonna be missing out on something special. Doc Bat says, what are your thoughts about his suit? I like the suit. I like the suit quite a bit. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like I'm the wrong person to ask, because for me, I don't really care too much about the suits and stuff. Like to me, it's like again, yeah, if I'm buying like a figure or something, yeah, I would like to have like the coolest looking suit. But I don't need the suit to have any meaning or anything like that. Like if the suit looks good on the character and the suit is still somewhat close to what we know, I'm happy with it. And I think that for me, I'm not worried about, I think I'm more excited to kind of just see him navigate the world in that suit. You know what I'm saying? Like Henry Cavill's, the Cavill suit was really cool. And I like how they went a totally different direction with this one. This one's more of a callback with a little bit of that Zack Snyder, the S symbol and stuff, a little bit of that differentiation there, but a lot of it also having that old school feel to it as well. I kind of like the mashup of that. Eric Heinke wants to know how many people got the range trooper. So let Eric Heinke know if you got the range trooper. Prosa says, then we are seeing his daily life as Superman. We see him struggling, giving hope to humankind, interacting with the other heroes, his relationship with Lois. It was everything I wanted to see. I believe the other heroes in the movie are already a team working for the government or a big corporation. Yeah, great point. Maybe the heroes are not doing the best job about it. Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, Prosty. Phil DeBurn. Hey, Justin, what's up, Phil DeBurn? Thank you for being here, man. Hope you're doing well. We're just breaking down the Superman trailer that was just released. Having fun doing so. A lot of great comments. Another great one here by Prosty. Maybe they tried giving Superman a bad time, but he's going to show them a true hero inspires people. Just being kind when the world is out, or when the world is not. And this is what we need from Superman. This is what Superman is as a character. Now, again, I'm not as well versed in Superman as I am some other superheroes, but I'm well versed enough to know that the core of the character is choosing good over everything else and trying to be that beacon of hope, that beacon of light, like that thing to look up to in the sky, whether it be the symbol, him flying down, whatever. And I think they really need to just make this unapologetically where Superman is good. And you don't have to flaw him with, having to decide who to save or anything like that. It's more about how is he going to navigate this, and this, as opposed to like having to make a choice between saving this person. I think they just need to keep him inherently good throughout the whole, however many movies they make, and have him show his vulnerability and his human, the humanity of him with how he navigates this other stuff, whether that be in a relationship, whether that be like how much time he can spend, the work-life balance, his home balance with his, home away from home, or his home now on the farm. All this stuff, I think, is ways you can explore the character's humanity without having to go to like life or death scenarios every single time. And I'm very interested to see how they handle the, again, here's Rachel Brosnahan. I think she's going to absolutely kill it. I think she's going to absolutely crush the role. I'm probably most excited to see how she plays Lois, because I think that she's a fantastic actress, and I just think she's going to be an incredible Lois. I really do. And let's see who else we got here in the chat. I know I'm a little behind, guys. I apologize. Mike says, I've only seen Corn Sweat in the movie Pearl, and he was great in that. Yeah, he was good in Pearl, man. I really liked him as well. And I'm excited to see what he brings here. Pro says, I cannot begin to express how excited I am for this movie. James Gunn is clearly creating a world that truly represents the comic book pages. That's very important to me as well. I love that as well, dude. I love that as well. Even when it might be a little silly for most people. But again, we saw it with Guardians. We saw it with the Guardians film. You can be silly and then shift to that like heart-wrenching, just heartwarming stuff. And I loved that about Guardians of the Galaxy, was that it was able to convey, think about Drax, who had his like family murdered and killed, right? That wasn't those conversations were had during action. Like it wasn't like, it wasn't like they showed a flashback of it. It wasn't, the movie was able to keep that light sense of whatever. And then you just had a couple gut punches to the movie that were like, damn, dude. And then followed by just inspirational, whether it be the music they used or just the whatever. I just think that that's a perfect balance, especially for Superman. And so I think that's why James Gunn's like the perfect dude to direct it, Clinton said Reeve is still and always will be my Superman. Yeah, dude, Reeve is a legend, man. Absolutely. I just didn't grow up with those movies. I watched them. Gene Hackman I thought was a great Lex. And, I used to watch Smallville and stuff. So, again, I'm familiar with, like, I just, again, man, I just haven't really connected to these last few Superman films. Mainly because they weren't Superman stories, other than Man of Steel, like the other ones were, it was Justice League, DC, Batman, Superman. And we haven't been able to explore the character as well as I've wanted them to. So, but yeah, Christopher Reeve, absolute legend. Mike says he wants to see the new Reeve documentary. Me too, man. I've seen trailers for that. It looks really great. Pro says, I personally love the suit, especially the trunks and the colors. There's a lot of inspiration from different eras of the character. Absolutely. Absolutely. Valkyrie says that he's got the range trooper. Hell yeah, Valkyrie. Nice pickup, dude. Mike says, I know what you mean about suits, Justin, but the Affleck Batman Flash suit was so bad it ruined his appearance in that film for me. Great point. Great point. A suit can be so bad that it is hard to ignore. But yeah, that movie was just, I don't know what they were thinking with a lot of scenes in that movie. I mean, it's sad because the story that was going to be based on is so epic. And just the CGI and just the different stuff in that movie, and even his appearance in the movie just didn't work for me either, man. Clint says, imagine if Reed had a suit contoured and made like Cavill's, or how would Cavill look in a Reeve suit? That'd be crazy, man. I think the Cavill and the Reeve suit would, I don't know, man. That's really interesting. That'd be interesting to see. Rose says, most people say it looks big, but I believe James went for the all-star Superman look. If you see Superman's design in that comic story, the suit is not showcasing many muscles on display. And again, I think this goes to, I saw in an interview where they were talking about like, David Cornsweet really talked him into using the trunks. And his reasoning for it was like, hey, he's trying to like show people, especially like kids, like, hey, like I'm here to help. Like I don't want to scare off kids and I don't want to scare off people. And I want people to like, and that was their way of kind of making the character look a little like, like, oh, this guy's got like, tights on. He's got like, trunks on, like what's going on, to make him look more, I don't want to say human, but like more like, less like, more familiar, I guess you could say, and so that's kind of a traditional superhero look, is the trunks and the cape. And so, I think that was an artistic choice as well. Yeah. I think showing off like a huge muscular guy when they're already kind of afraid of your powers and stuff probably isn't the best bet. Clint says, Lex looks very Lexy to me. I think he's going to be badass. I'm just going to tell you right now, Nicholas Hoult is going to absolutely crush it as Lex. I can just tell you that right now. Like, and we'll see if he's. I don't want to skip over some of that, so we're going to talk about this scene next. But when we get to Lex, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on Lex. Bro says some people are already complaining about the Kaiju not looking mean enough because of his eyes. That's the type of criticism I cannot connect with, but to each his own. Yeah, I mean, again, man, once the movie comes out and if it kicks ass and people love it, there's still going to be people that don't like it. Like, it's just the nature of it, man. I mean, some people just want to voice it a little bit more than others. If a movie doesn't work for me normally, I'm just like, all right, it didn't work for me. I'm happy for other people that do like it. Personally, I've never kind of understood like the, if you don't like something, cool. But like, if somebody else enjoys it, like, cool. I mean, to me, it's just like that. It's like, at the end of the day, it's a movie, so, I'm glad that there's passionate fans with stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a movie. And like you said it best, to each their own, man. To each their own. Different opinions, that's the way to, I always love hearing the different opinions too, but as long as it's like, I think everybody just wants a great movie, but sadly enough, like, even if it's great to one person, it might not be great to somebody else. Pro says, I'm going to stop because I can talk about Superman forever. It's going to be easy to read other comments. Oh, dude, you're fine, Pro. I love hearing your thoughts on this, dude. I love the passion, man. Don't apologize whatsoever, man. And keep bringing the Superman knowledge, man. I love hearing it. Eric says, ready for the Superman movie. Howard, how many hot toys were how many hot? I'm assuming you meant like how many hot toys were Howard produced. We're for sure gonna get figures from this. I mean, I think the thing with James Gunn is he's gonna give you stuff to make figures from, like the character designs and everything, and different actors playing these different iconic characters. There'll be opportunities for that. We'll see if they give that treatment to DC as well as they do with Marvel. Hopefully with James Gunn helming Warner Brothers. I mean, we don't know, man. I mean, that's the thing. I definitely think we'll get a Superman for sure. But beyond that, man, we'll see. Mike says, Reeve busted his ass for that physique and lost all definition under the spandex, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah. I will only say this: as soon as Howard announces the Superman figure, I'm not even going to do payment plans. I'm going to be a day one full price purchase. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, it's going to look cool, man. I'm excited to see what figures and collectibles come from it. Valkyrie says, have a good night, guys. All right, Valkyrie, take care, man. Thank you for being here, dude. Really appreciate it. Mike says, I'm just concerned about how many characters he stuffed into one film. Absolutely am as well. I'm a little nervous about this as well. I have to assume that he knows that that's one of the things that didn't work for the Justice League stuff, was just having to have too many storylines. So I'm thinking that these characters will show up like they do in the comics. That's what I'm thinking James Gunn will do with some of these characters. Not to say they won't show up again, but he's going to have them show up. They might, Mr. Fantastic might be in this movie for 15, 20 minutes. Green Lantern Corps might be in it for 10 minutes. Like, I think he's going to introduce some characters, kind of get you thinking about them. They're going to serve their purpose. Not going to be like glorified cameos. They're going to serve a purpose in the story. But I have to think that he knows that would be a disaster to try to just serve all those characters, all those storylines. So we'll see. And I don't want it to be like a cameo fest either. Like, oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy, Mike says he's got a cash. Keep it casual, dudes. Mike, I truly appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you being here tonight, dude, and chatting and taking the time, dude. And truly, man, means the world to me, man. So I appreciate it, man. Renzoro says, yeah, I hope it's 3 hours long, all those characters. If I had to guess, this is probably going to clock in about 2.5. That's usually what the Guardians were clocking in at. So, but I've said it once, I'll say it again. The movie needs to be as long as it needs to be. You know what I mean? We got Gio in the building. Movie Cannon said, evening collectors just got home after Mufasa viewing. Nice, man. What'd you think of it, Gio? What'd you think of Mufasa, man? And thank you for being here, dude. X-Man, absolutely agree with this. I'm ready to see a hot girl figure. Absolutely am too, man. Absolutely. With you on this 100%. Doc Bat says Artisan Superman with crypto. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. We'll see. We'll see. Redzora wants a Superman game. That'd be cool too, man. I would love to see a Superman game as well. That'd be a lot of fun. Mart P in the chat. We got Mart P back in the chat. What is up, Mart P? Saying, hey, bro. Mart P, thanks for being here, man. Really, really, really appreciate you, dude. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here, man. And again, 12:17 a.m. We're on our first topic of the night. I'm going to be real with everybody. I want to spend a lot of time on this Superman trailer. We're going to get to the other stuff. But luckily, I've made some videos on some of the other stuff. So we're going to get to those other topics. But I just, again, this is probably our main topic of the night. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this. But thanks so much for being here, Mark P. Bro says the scene where Lex sees Superman flying near the Luthor Corps building and then turns around with an anger face is pure comic book panels right there. You can see the hate in his face. Yeah, I love that. And that's we're going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to have my thoughts on that as well. But I agree. Mark P saying the real Justin of the 6-scale community is here giving us the best content. Dude, I appreciate this, man. I appreciate this, man. This means the world to me, man. Thank you so much for this. Like I said, I just watched Justin's Collections. What review was it? Oh, it was his 2099 review, man. And again, like a 40-minute review, dude. Just fantastic. Did a great job with that, man. So again, I have the 2099 review out right now, but yeah, just trying to bring some good content to everybody, man. So I really appreciate that you're enjoying it, dude. I really, really do. Got a lot of great content creators out there in the 6-scale community. So so I appreciate, with all the options you got, man, the fact that you're here supporting the channel and the stream, dude, really means a lot to me. Thanks, Mark P. Clint Martin wants a Hawk to a girl summer figure. Movie Canon says, we saw a numerous amount of characters presented when the Suicide Squad movie was being marketed, and we saw what happened in the beginning of the movie. That's a great point, Gio. That's a great point, man. Absolutely great point here. Bro says, I have zero worries for the other heroes. I just see them as supporting characters. Every movie has them. I believe James knows the main story and focus should be on Superman. Yeah, I agree. It is a concern that I have only because that would be something that I wouldn't want. But I'm agreeing. I'm trusting that it's not going to be like that. Mark P says, Justin, did you have the opportunity to get InArt soups? I have the opportunity to get it. Like, I mean, I have to, I'm not sure what that retailed at, but I've seen it a few places. I want the figure. I've just had so much come out at one time that, like, again, I'm still trying to get caught up with some stuff I still haven't unboxed. And this is one that I definitely could see myself getting at some point. But as of right now, I'm just not sure. I kind of am leaning towards, like, maybe just waiting for the Corn Sweat Superman to come out or something. I mean, I definitely want Cavill. But yeah, we'll see, man. I'm excited for that Supergirl figure as well. So hopefully we get that Sasha Calle Supergirl figure released pretty soon. I'd love to see how that turns out. Eric Heinke said Hot Toys will make an Artisan Henry Cavill and Reeves. This is what I'm waiting on too. I'm kind of seeing what Hot Toys is going to answer with. I can't wait to see the Christopher Reeves. I mean, that is going to be, Christopher Reeve figure is going to be, I'm thinking it's going to be beautiful, man. We'll see. Chio says Mufasa was okay. It's a stream it. All right, man. Good to know, dude. Good to know. I had no plans on seeing it in theaters, but streaming, I could see myself checking it out. But yeah, I'm not going to go to the theaters. But yeah, thank you for sharing this, dude. Let's see what else we got. So again, I just like how he looks in here. Again, just I think they did a good job with the Clark Kent, like making him look, as different as you can. And I tell you, this was a really emotional thing right here with Papa Kent here. And again, man, I think this is the actor. I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie Identity. He's been in a lot of other stuff too, man. But I just love the casting here. I think that this relationship is going to be phenomenal. I really hope they explore this. This relationship here even further than they did in the Cavill Supermans. I thought Kevin Costner was really wasted in Man of Steel. I feel like they could have explored that relationship with Papa Kent a lot more. And I'm very excited about the relationships in this movie. I think James Gunn's going to really focus on that. I mean, every part of this trailer just kind of shows you the potential of, like, really feeling for these characters, these relationships. And This whole scene really got me, man. This just hugging. It's like he's consoling him. And if you see the face and you see this hand right here, it's almost like he doesn't know how to console him. You know, that's what it looks like to me. You know, I mean, again, maybe I'm just reading into the trailer, but it almost looks like he doesn't know how to properly console his dad here. You know, I mean, he you know, he's trying to be human. You know, he's trying to like mimic what he sees, you know, like hugging, loving, and all this stuff. So that's what it kind of showed to me, and I just thought that was really powerful. And I just would love, I just can't wait for that. That's a beautiful shot right there. You can kind of see him whistling for Crypto. This was a really cool scene, just kind of seeing Crypto come here. It was that breath of fresh air in the trailer that we needed, because before then it just seemed pretty, you know, at that point it was seeming pretty grim with just, you know, Superman being on the ground. But having Crypto here, this is really cool. This character is just going to steal every scene that he's in. Love that. Love the look of the character as well. Love. I think they're just going to, this is just going to just bring me to tears, man. I can already tell what James Gunn's going to do. He did it with Guardians, especially Guardians 3. He's going to do it with this, with just making like the dog just be such a fan favorite and just probably part of like a bunch of emotional scenes helping Superman, all this different stuff. So I love this shot right here where he saves this girl from this. And this is what we need more of, man. It's like Superman just like doing everyday things, and not everything's got to be like save the world type level event. I mean, Superman's all about like saving the cat from the tree. You know, Superman's all about like helping that lady across the road. Like, you know what I mean? And so I hope they explore like that daily Superman life. And that's what I really want to see. And so yeah, so what else do we got here? Here's Luthor Corps again. I just think that I'm just telling you, man. I just think that Nicholas Hoult is going to absolutely crush it. Absolutely crush it as Lex Luthor. If you haven't seen The Menu, man, the character he plays in that, I could just see him kind of using some of that. Like he's such a like character that you just can't stand, but like you can't take your eyes off of. And I feel like he's going to bring a lot of that energy to this Lex character. And so I'm excited about that. Let's check in with you guys in the chat real quick. Process says we really need to start seeing some of those Flash figures start being released. So far, there's been 0 releases. I agree totally with this. I think when you start getting them, we're going to get them all at once. Like we're going to get them like kind of like that Guardians 3 line kind of came out. I know we're still waiting on Nebula, but I feel like we're going to start getting those pretty quick. Excuse me. Mark P says getting Smallville, the TV show vibes. Yeah, I am too. Movie Can says, ooh, Identity, crazy movie. Yeah, dude, I love that movie. That's such a great movie. Movie Can says, was that the same actor who's in Constantine as well? Could be wrong. I'm not sure either, man. I haven't seen Constantine in a long time, dude. So I'm not sure about this either, Gio. Mark P saying, how you figure would make a good Jonathan Kent? Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate this, Mark P. Thank you, man. Hell yeah. And then he does this. He says, just kidding. You're not that old. So another thing, because you're just basically saying, hey, you're not that old. But, you know, I just thought you meant maybe in like a flashback scene. I'm like Jonathan Kent, dude, out there like, you know, just Jonathan Kent solo movie, man, starring me. We'll see. But no, I appreciate that, Mark P. Yikes, man. Wow. What a take right here. If I'm being honest, not a dog fan. The dog worship goes way too far with everybody, but I love Crypto. I mean, that's an opinion. That's an opinion that I respect. I respect you, X-Man. I respect your opinion. I love dogs. So I am unapologetically that works on me. Movie throws in a dog, it works on me. So I'm a sucker for that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a big dog person. So but I hear you, man. I hear you. Like in movies and stuff, dude. Like, yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. All right, so we got and just kind of wrap up my thoughts on here. Again, I think Nicholas Hoult is gonna kill it. I love this scene here with the boy like holding up the Superman sign here. You know, that's what it's all about with Superman. I love this scene right here, just kind of seeing him walk through, seeing a lot of people angry with him. So we'll see what this is all about, but this is something I'm very interested to see explored. And Again, everybody just kind of looking in here at this bank, kind of seeing him. I believe this is like a bank, or maybe it's like it seems like it'd be like some type of bank or something. And then you kind of see everybody looking in there. Maybe this is the Daily Planet. I'm not sure. But anyway, and then we got this Nathan Fillion. We got Hot Girl behind as well. Again, man, I'm very interested to see what they do with these characters. I'm very interested to see what they do with these characters. Like, based off of this look, is this just going to be a like kind of like his cameo in Guardians 3 where it's kind of like a joke kind of thing? Or is this going to be like a legit character in the movie? Like, it's one of those weird things you just can't tell if they're like, this is going to be like a funny thing or if this is going to be a serious scene. But again, I think that goes with like James Gunn. Like, we're going to, we just got to trust James Gunn on it because he has done a great job of kind of bringing in characters you didn't think were going to be like great characters and turn them into like great lovable characters. So we'll see what happens with that. And you can kind of see this really cool, just kind of this stuff with him and Lois. And, this shot is just awesome. I love this shot right here. This is fantastic. One of my favorite shots of the whole trailer. And you can kind of see all the different, and there's a little bit of what somebody had mentioned earlier. I forget who said it. I think it was Kyrus1 had mentioned it. So Fortress of Solitude. So it looks like we're going to get something like that. And this is a great look right here with this stuff happening in this character. Like I said, you're getting a lot of like, hints at different characters within the movie. And this is that shot that somebody was referring to earlier, which I agree as well. Like, just, I'm telling you, man, Nicholas Holt's going to kill it as Lex. So he's going to crush it. Then you can kind of see some more of this stuff with, more of some of the flashback scenes. We got some Mr. Fantastic stuff here. We got, the camera angles they're using look very much like the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 camera angles they use. So if you saw some of the fight scenes in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, think about Adam Warlock. I think you're going to get very similar stuff with Superman as well. Here's Mr. Fantastic as well. And based on the clothes, I mean, it looks like that might be Mr. Fantastic. Maybe not. No, that's a different outfit, maybe. But yeah, Mr. Fantastic, man, that's going to be super cool as well. Again, man, I just love the lenses they're using on this, the camera angles they're using. And I just love the how everything's almost in daylight throughout the whole movie. I really like that. And again, man, this is kind of like a nod to Fight Club almost, like the ending of Fight Club, like this shot right here. So I really like this a lot. And, July 11th, and I feel like I missed something here. I know I missed the... Yeah, right here. There's Hot Girl right there flying through the sky. That's really cool. And what else we got here? And then we got this right here. Again, a great shot here. Again, man, I just think it looks really good. It looks really good. I'm excited for this movie. Let's check in with the chat. Christian Cooper says dogs are the best. Christian says the cat's a different story. I love both. Big animal guy. Love both dogs and cats. The Nathan Fillion hair, yeah, it's wild. X-Men wants to clear up that he really doesn't have an issue with dogs. It's more dog owners. So I get it. Like, if depending on, like, there's some places where like people just let their dogs kind of do whatever, and it kind of like, whether it be like you're kind of sitting at like an outdoor patio eating or something. So I mean, I kind of hear what X-Men's saying on that. I think it's more like the dog owners and stuff. We got Yomo in the chat. What's up, Yomo? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for being here, dude. Clinton Martin says Mr. Terrific. Bro, did I call him something else? Okay, I see what I did here. Yep. Damn it. Need to quit with these late night streams, dude. I always get messed up. I forgot what I did last week, and I called. People are gonna really start thinking like they're gonna be like, dude, this dude doesn't know anything. He doesn't know absolutely anything. He called Mr. Terrific, Mr. Fantastic. Apologies. Speaking of Reed Richards, I can't wait for the Fantastic Four film, by the way. Can't wait for that. But yeah, so that's the breakdown of our trailer there. The Superman trailer coming out July 11th. Again, man, we're already almost 2 hours in, so we're going to kind of speed run through a few of these topics. But The next one I want to talk about, we're going to talk a little bit about this Armory just real quickly. Just want to give my quick thoughts on this. And again, when I mean quick, I mean like we're going to spend like 5 minutes on this, because I feel like at this point there's been like so many different, even reviews already out for this. And, it's one that's already been, talked about. If you want to hear some more of my thoughts, I didn't really put a video out for this, but I've talked about it on Hot Toys Hotline stream. I talked about this on Connor's stream. But me personally, again, these blogger photos, were they perfect? No, they were not. These blogger photos definitely have some issues. The head sculpt, like, I totally get it, right? I'm still excited for the Armory. I've never had an Armory, so I'm really excited for it. I mean, I think that the Armory looks great. Again, I totally understand the criticism for the shirt, for the head sculpt and that different stuff, especially that seam line on the head sculpt is just absolutely unforgivable. It's horrible. But the Armory itself, to me, looks really good. And I know a lot of people don't like this clear plastic look, and that's totally fair and valid. For me, I just think it looks awesome. I really liked the Rise's Armory. I'm probably going to be doing this. I mean, I'm really probably going to be doing this, like having him look at it like this. This is probably how it's going to be displayed in my collection. And then I'm going to be taking my DX19 suit and putting it in the Armory. And now I'm going to have the new suit for my Batman. So I'm excited to do that. I have Bane in. My Bane review will be coming soon, hopefully sometime next week. But I just got that in. So I'm very excited to be, once I get Joker, I'm going to be able to have that, my Dark Knight display, which I've been really excited to kind of build out. And, again, I get it with the head sculpt. I mean, could it be better? Yes, it could be. Am I still happy with it? Yes, I still overall am okay with the head sculpt. Again, I'm not going to have, like, the cowl is going to be on in that Power Post figure. I'm going to be having Batman facing the Armory. So I'm really not that concerned about it for me personally. But I understand if you were really wanting the head sculpt and you wanted that figure to look great, I totally understand. But as cool as this looks, I'm more than likely going to do something like this, where he's kind of looking at it or has his back to us in the display. And me personally, I mean, I think the suit looks really good. Did they go a little overboard here with the green? Probably. But once it gets in your display, I don't think you're going to be able to notice it as well. And I'm personally just think that, like, I still think the suit looks a lot better than the DX19. Again, I thought the DX19 looked okay. I mean, I didn't like hate the suit. Like, I saw the issues that people had with it. And I see some of that. But for me personally, I actually think this suit looks good. I mean, is it perfect? No. Again, it's not perfect. And I totally get people passing on it because for this amount of money, you want it to be perfect. But it's my first Armory, so I'm really excited to be picking it up. I know a lot of people are going to wait for that Dark Knight Rises one with a fully articulated Bruce Wayne, and I don't blame you. But I just love the Rises stuff. I mean, I know I don't need it, and I know it's easy to say this now until the invoice hits. But there's a chance I get the Dark Knight Armory as well. I mean, there's a chance of that. But anyway, I just think it looks great. This is probably what I'm going to be doing with it. This type of setup here. I think that looks really, really good. I wish the hair was a little bit longer in the back like it is in that scene. Not crazy about the hair they chose with this. I think his hair is supposed to be a little bit more, it's just supposed to be longer and a little bit like curled at the bottom a little bit, if you remember that scene that he has. But again, I'm okay with this. And I'm getting it mainly for the Armory and the new suit anyway. So, like I said, I'm still excited to be picking it up. Let's check in with the chat and see what everybody says. Clinton says, this suit looks good. Wonder if articulation is any better than the DX19. We'll see, man. We'll see. I've seen some reviews. I've heard some people say their articulation is okay. And they said I've seen a couple of reviews where they said the cape, again, not perfect. But they even said, like, this is one of the better capes they've put on a Batman figure. I can't remember the exact review. Somebody shared it with me. And I apologize for not knowing this. But there's a lot of good reviews out there. I know the Figure Hideout had one. There's more, and I hate that I don't know this because I always like to share that with, and again, y'all probably already watched it, but I like to always share that because they do some great reviews, like out of the gate, like day 1, day 2 reviews. But yeah. The hand should be a whole lot better. Yeah, the gloves look a lot better, X-Man. I think you said that. I don't know if we've talked about it directly or you said it in another stream I was in, but I agree that the gloves look great. X-Men says, I wonder how difficult it would be to make the hollow cowls for all my bat suits to have them on display like the back. Dude, that'd be sick, man. This is a great question, but that would be sick. That'd be a sick display. We got 31 in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. About 2 hours into Casual Friday episode 14. Hit that thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind, if you're just joining us. And I hope you're enjoying the show. We're going to get to our next topic here. We're going to kind of go through these topics a little faster. We spent a lot of time just hanging out in the chat. We spent a lot of time talking about that Superman trailer. So if you were here for one of those, definitely check that out in the replay. Striker says the Armory looks great. Not for me. I want to get the one from the Dark Knight, but I'm glad it comes with a remote to turn on the LED lights. I love that remote effect. Yes, totally agree, Striker. So yeah, so the next thing we're going to look at here is we're going to look at the InArt Joker. So again, I only want to spend a little bit of time on the Armory because we've already, the Armory's been out for a little bit. I think a lot of opinions are out there already about it, including mine. So I just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit just because, it's DC week, man, and the Armory is still a big release. So I'm excited that it's finally out in the wild, out there, released, and we'll see how quickly we get our hands on it. So we'll see. But 1 second. But yeah, so I don't have the InArt Joker on pre-order. It's not something I have on pre-order. It's not something that is there a way to let me see if I can actually pull up the video. I'm going to pull up this video and all right, let's see how this works here. All right, so this might be better than just looking at that one photo. Clinton says this one does not look like Phoenix in my opinion. 12-inch Moose Dream says, hello community of collectors, my InArt Supermans are shipped by Kit. Woo woo woo. Nice, dude. A lot of people have been talking about that InArt Superman. Really excited, man. Let me know what you think when you get it in hand. And yeah, thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate you. SG Collectible says, I hope I get mine shipped from Pop Collectibles. I'm assuming he's talking about the InArt. Are you talking about the InArt Superman SG Collectible, or you're talking about the Joker? But anyway, so let's kind of go through this. First off, I can just tell you that. Oh, let me make sure the sound's off. Okay, sound's off. I love the box art. I really think they did a great job here with the box art. The hands look okay to me. Again, we're not here for that. I mean, again, is that great to have? Yes. Are these accessories great to have? Yes, it's cool. It makes for a fun unboxing experience. It makes for like, hey, look at all the stuff you're getting with your figure. But just like with that Harry Potter figure, like as amazing as those accessories are, it's hard to display all of them. So a lot of them are going to stay in the box. And I love the extra detail. I love the attention to detail. And I love that we have them. But I think most people want the figures to look great. And you can kind of see, again, these different sculpts here. I've been saying this for a while. The one that I want the most is the Subway Joker. Like, that's the one that I want out of this set. I don't need the talk show one. I'll just get the Hot Toys one for that. The sculpted Hot Toys one if I really wanted it. This is the one that I would want to represent the character anyway. Because I just think that that's like... That, to me, that scene is when he really kind of became Joker, in my opinion. So, again, I personally would love to have this one. And I think this one looks good. And I think this one looks good. And again, man, I mean, we got this diorama base, this looks cool. I mean, again, it looks good. I like it. It looks like you got to do a lot of work to put it together, but it looks good. And then you can kind of see how I think this is a cool thing. And then they wait till the last second to kind of throw in the head sculpt here. And again, man, the prototype just looked so amazing that I feel like, I haven't really been keeping an eye on this figure too much, so I don't really have a strong opinion about the sculpt. I mean, I don't think it looks terrible by any means. Is it a step down from the prototype? This version, maybe. But to me, that looks really good. I mean, I think that sculpt looks great. I think they did a great job with that sculpt. If again, I haven't heard, I haven't really talked to too many people about this yet, so I don't know like what the consensus is. But I've heard a few people. I know a few people are like disappointed with the sculpt just based on like some posts I've seen on Instagram or whatever. And for me, I think it looks really good. Again, this one to me looks a little off. I actually think this one looks a little off here. I actually think the two stronger ones are the ones that we just showed. Like this Joker to me, I think turned out really good. And then the Subway Joker I thought turned out really good. And those are the two that oddly enough, man, those are like the two that I would probably want. But the Subway Joker #1 by far is the one I would want. And to me, I just think this looks incredible. I mean, this looks incredible in my opinion. I know that the talk show Joker one is the one that I think people are a little disappointed in, but for me, this looks fantastic. And yeah, man, I don't have this on pre-order, but this is the one I would want. This is the star of the show in my opinion. I think this is just I just think this sculpt right here looks fantastic. So that's just, again, my opinion on that one. But again, I'm not kind of, I haven't looked at this too much. I'm kind of looking at this in real time with you guys as opposed to, I kind of pulled this for the thumbnail. And again, do I think it looks, again, man, I don't know. To me, I just don't, I would have to look at the promotional images as opposed to this. I can see a little bit, where it's not as good. Again, the one that I just keep going back to is the one I want. So like this one to me is the weakest of the four personally. I don't know why. There's just something a little off about this one. It still looks good. But the one that I like the best, and again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I just think they got this. I guess the reason I gravitate towards this one is because this is the one I want. And luckily, this is the one I think they did the best job on, personally. I think this is by far the best one. And it's not even close, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not saying that the other ones aren't, like, I mean, it's close. I just meant, like, this is far and away the best one out of the four. And maybe I'm biased towards this one because this is the one I've wanted. But, damn, it just makes me upset that, like, I can't just get this one. You know what I mean? Like, I know that people will probably sell it on eBay just by itself and stuff. But, again, no telling how much that's going to be. But I would really just like this one personally. Let's check in with the chat. Striker says they did an incredible job with that set for the Joker. I wish they created the bathroom scene diorama, but I understand why, because this staircase and talk show are more iconic. Says, yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, I just feel like that scene in Joker was like the pivotal scene for me. I mean, I know that it's not like the most like, shared scene. Obviously, the one with Murray is, but I really just think that's when the character really became Joker. Clinton Martin says, calling it a night. Have a great weekend all, and Merry Christmas. I hope Santa drops you all off some hot toys. Clinton, thank you so much for being here, dude. Really appreciate all the support, man. I hope you have a Merry Christmas as well, man. Really, really appreciate this, dude. And thank you so much for being here, man, and supporting the show. Doc Bat says, this diorama base looks great. I agree. The diorama base does look really good. Doc Bat says his neck is kind of tall. I'm assuming you mean this one. Yeah. It is. 100%. 100%. I see that now. I wasn't looking at that, but now that you said it, I can't unsee it. So absolutely. I'll agree with that. Still, again, I still think it looks good. I mean, I'm not, again, I'd have to really like look at the promotional stuff, but I mean, if, I mean, this is a premium price because you're having to pay for 4. You know, if you're getting the 4-pack, you know, you can also get the 2-pack. I just think that they just really crushed this one. Looks great. Pro says, I believe we can all agree with the Hot Toys diorama base being better, at least the Talk Show diorama. I agree. I do think that Hot Toys diorama is going to be probably look a little bit better, and plus I'm sure it'll be a little bit easier to put together as well. But the InArt one still looks really good. Eric Heinke wants to get the Arthur. He wants to get the Arthur. And I still think that one looks good. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's probably the weaker. Again, I don't know, man. I kind of want to see more angles of this. But to me, this is probably the weakest of the 4 just in terms of the sculpt. I don't know. This is the one that, like, oddly enough, this and the Subway Joker would probably be the ones I'd gravitate towards just because you spend a lot of time with this version of the character early on in the movie. But I just think that this is the best of both worlds, you know, for me. Subway Joker looks great, says Prosty. I agree. We got Low Key Collector. We got Calvin in the chat saying, good evening, gentlemen. What's up, Calvin? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Episode 14 of Casual Friday, man. It's crazy. But I really appreciate you always stopping by, man, and saying what's up in the chat, dude. Really appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great Friday evening, which, depending on your time zone, man, it's Saturday now. Prost says, totally agree, Justin. Subway looks to be the better one. I agree. Anthony, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, Anthony. He says, most InArt sculpts don't do it for me, and I'm probably canceling my Joker Artisan. Though I love Joker 1, Joker 2 killed the IP for me. I've heard this from a lot of people. I've heard a lot, like, you know, and that's the thing, man. If this figure would have came out, you know, that's the thing with, like, figures that take this long to release, man, is like once the hype of that Joker movie, and Joker 2 did kind of take the hype away from that first Joker. So I've heard this from a few people, man. Pro says the bathroom scene is one of the most powerful scenes in the movie. Agreed. 100% agree. X-Men Supreme says someone was saying that maybe the sculpt isn't pressed down all the way onto the peg. Maybe that's why the neck looks so long. It could be. I do think it's an interesting choice that if you're going to do an unboxing review, that you would probably want to make sure that that looks as best as it can look. So, I mean, we'll see if that comes to be true. I'll put it this way. If I had the 4-pack pre-ordered, I don't see anything here that would make me want to cancel mine. But again, I don't have the 4-pack pre-ordered, so I'm not as invested in this as other people are. So I'm not looking at it as like, I'm just kind of looking at it like, all right, this looks good. You know what I'm saying? But if I had that much money invested, I would definitely be looking at it a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'd be looking at it a lot differently. I'll put it that way. I'd really be looking and being like, okay, am I getting my money's worth for this, you know? But this is a good point, X-Men. I appreciate you sharing this with me. Procy says, I like Joker 2, so I'm sad we're probably not getting any figures from that one, although I only wanted the white suit Joker. I don't care for Harley. Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I personally haven't even seen Joker 2, so I don't want to speak on it yet. I've heard that people didn't like it, but I haven't seen it. And I don't have a strong desire to see it. I liked Joker, but it's one of those ones where I liked the performance more than the movie itself. Like, I just thought Joaquin Phoenix, you know, his performance just carried the movie. And which makes sense because it's a character study, but I'm not like in love with the first Joker movie. Like I've seen it once, and honestly, man, that's for me that was enough. You know, I mean, and it's still a really, you know, I really thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good, solid movie. But this is awesome, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the second one, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Collection Obsession in the building saying, how's it going, Justin? What's up, Collection Obsession? Thanks for being here, man, and I hope you're doing well, man. It's going great, man. It's going great. Eric Heinke says, I enjoy Joker 2. Hell yeah, dude. This is awesome. I love seeing this. I love seeing this. I'm glad that some people found some enjoyment in it and that y'all enjoyed it. X-Men says, I loved the first Joker. Still need to watch the second, but I watched the first one occasionally, though I've never truly felt the need for a figure from it. Yeah, and you know, I think I've said this on another stream, but I actually had the Artisan Hot Toys one pre-ordered. I actually canceled that pre-order like before the 24-hour window was up just because I had second thoughts on it. And I'll be honest with you, man, I don't even know if I'm going to get the sculpted yet. I just don't know, man. I mean, I feel like once I get that Heath Ledger Joker in, that's gonna satisfy me when it comes to Joker. You know, I mean, that's, again, unless they do another Jack Nicholson Joker or something. And again, I'm not saying Joaquin Phoenix Joker isn't totally worth being on your shelf. I just said for me, I'm having to like kind of just make, you know, look at the pre-orders and stuff. And so that's one that I actively do not have on pre-order right now. Clash of says I'm still keeping my Artisan Joker and happy enough with the third party performing sign holding class. Yeah, dude, that's awesome, dude. I think the Hot Toys one's going to look great as well, man. So I you know, very excited to see how that one turns out in hand. And I'm excited to see now that InArt's released theirs, how quickly Hot Toys gets theirs out as well. Doc Bat says, I mean, who agreed to do a musical Joker movie, but I'm keeping my Artisan Edition Joker. That's awesome, Doc Bat. I'm happy for you, man. That figure's going to look phenomenal. I can promise you that. Well, I can't promise you that. I don't know if it's going to look phenomenal or not, but I'm assuming that it's going to look great. All right, so let's go to our next topic of the night. And we're going to talk about this right here. This isn't our last. We actually got 2 more topics for the night. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to wrap things up with the JND Selina Kyle. So let's take a look at this real quick. See if we can move this up. Sorry, I'm doing this in real time, you guys. All right, so we have the update to the Bat Sickle. I keep calling it Bat Sickle. Bat Cycle. Bat Cycle. You know, I know y'all can't see it on the screen, but it says, you know, today's the caption they did when they released this was, and again, this is another update, vehicle ramming accessory unveiled. It says today Hot Toys team is excited to unveil the ramming accessory for the 1/6 scale Bat Cycle collectible vehicle. Inspired by its design featured in the car chase scene from the Flash movie. The ramming device allows Batman to crash through the blocked roads as seen in the film, encapsulating the intricate mechanical details of the Bat Cycle. The newly unveiled accessory allows collectors to pose their 1/6 scale Batman alongside Bat Cycle, reliving those heart-pounding moments. This Bat Cycle is sure to be a striking addition to your display. Yeah, I mean, this is cool. Again, I'm not getting this figure. I'm not getting this, so I don't have a ton of interest in this. But I always think it's cool when you kind of get a Bat Cycle or like a, you know, Bat Pod or, you know, whatever. Again, just wasn't, you know, again, I think Ben Affleck absolutely crushed it, but I'm actually looking forward to that Batman 2.0 that they're coming out with. So I'm waiting for that one with the head sculpt, and I'm definitely passing on this one. The only thing I might get from the Flash movie, I'm not sure yet. I might get the Supergirl, and I'm interested to see how the Flash looks, but I think the only thing I might get from that movie, I might, just depending on what Modern Batman looks like, and then Supergirl, the 2 that I'm kind of looking at from that movie. But we'll even see if I do that. Striker says, despite what some people say, I enjoyed the Joker 2 film. I'm curious as to which company will create the Harley Quinn from the film. Yeah, and I'm gonna watch Joker 2 now that it's streaming. I'm gonna at least give it a try, I guess. Again, I just, you know, at this point I already know everything that happens because it got spoiled for me like the day the movie came out. Like everybody was already posting all the stuff from the movie saying, look at this shit and all this stuff, you know. So like a lot of the movies already spoiled for me. So but that's why it's like I'm finding it tough to like go watch it. Pro said Joker 2 got a lot of senseless criticism because it wasn't what people expected. That being said, some of the criticism was actually fair. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah. X-Men says, I have the prank villain. I like to have him with Heath and Jack and the 3 Jokers. But that'd be sick, dude. That'd be sick, man. Curtis Boo says, I've still yet to see Flash despite being a huge DC fan my whole life. Yeah, I mean, there could have been a really good movie there because the storyline that it's based off of is great. But man, there's a lot of issues with it. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. Doc Bat is all in. He says, I dig it. I like this Bat Cycle. So yeah, dude, I'm happy for you, Doc Bat. This is cool, man. I'm excited for Batman collectors with this one. This is definitely a cool one for if you want something kind of new and unique in the collection. Mark P says, bike looks cool, but too bad I'm not a fan of the suit. And I'm a fan of the suit or stunt double that played him. The Pattinson bicycle, though, is sick. I love that. Nice, dude. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I almost missed this comment. X-Men says, I'd rather have Clooney. That Clooney looks good, man. That Clooney looks good. I know I got the Clooney in the thumbnail. I apologize. I need to switch that out to this. On Instagram, I put the right thumbnail. On this one, I put it so if you were like, if you want to hear my thoughts about the Clooney Batman and the Robin, I have that video on my page. We went live and talked about it, so definitely check that out. We won't be talking about that tonight. I will update the thumbnail to reflect that. It should have been this in the thumbnail, this picture. Curtis says there's so many Batman and Jokers, but a serious lack of other villains representation right now. Like, where's the Penguin? Any version? Yeah, that's me. I mean, again, these are great characters. But yeah, dude, there's so many great villains in Batman, dude. We need to see more. I cannot wait to see that Jonathan Crane Scarecrow. Hopefully we get that soon from Batman Begins. I would really like to see that figure. I would love to see a Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson figure. So we'll see what happens. Collection Obsession says, I'm all in for the Hot Toys Flash line. That's awesome, dude. I'm telling you, it could end up looking good. I'm really excited to see like the first release from it. And I hope it's Supergirl, because I'm really interested to see what they do with that new head sculpt and how it's going to look. I'm actually getting that Clooney. I want at least one figure from every live action interpretation of the character. That's cool, man. I know a lot of people that are doing that, and that Clooney does look really good. Curtis says, wait, Joker 2 is streaming. I haven't watched yet, but I didn't know it was streaming. I think it's streaming on Max. Don't hold me to this, Curtis. I think when I was browsing today, I saw it on Max streaming. I'm like 99% sure. We got Rick's Figs in the building. Rick's Figs. If I'm wrong on this, I apologize, but I think this is the first time I've seen it in the chat. And thank you for being here, man. And he says, man, I just want the Feral Predator release. Jungle Hunter 2.0 and Clean T800 are rumored to be open for pre-order by the end of the year. Yeah, dude, I want this as well. I want this 100% as well. And when these do go up live, we're going to be live streaming it, baby. So it's going to look good, man. And I'm with you on this, dude. I think, yeah. Every time somebody brings this up, I just say the simple, I agree, because I can't wait for these announcements and to pre-order these. Curtis says, yeah, that Scarecrow is the top of my wanted list. Yeah, dude, I can't wait. I would love to see a Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson Ra's al Ghul. I want that so badly. Like, if I had to pick anybody from the Dark Knight trilogy, other than maybe like an updated Alfred or something, Michael Caine Alfred. I mean, damn, I'd want Gordon too. I mean, there's a lot of characters I want, but I'm telling you, man, Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson would probably be at the top of the list, dude. I would love for them to really go all in on Batman Begins. Batman Begins is just such an incredible film that I'll take anything from that movie. Anything Dark Knight trilogy, man, is going to be hard for me to say no to. And X-Man confirming that it is on Max, as well as Eric Heineke. Thank you so much, guys. And Prosy, I saw you saying it as well. Thank you guys for letting Curtis know. Anthony said, we need Jar Jar announced. I agree, man. I agree. We need a lot more Phantom Menace stuff announced in general. We'll go perfect with a Plum Moon and Kit Fisto. Or Plo Koon. Yeah, okay. I was like, damn, dude, I don't think I know that character. But you meant Plo Koon. Collection says, I want 2.0s of Scarecrow and Demon Batman. Yeah, this could happen. Eric Heineke says, Liam Neeson, both versions, artisan and sculpted. 2.0 Qui-Gon Jinn, artisan and sculpted. That'd be sick. I'd love it. All right, so that's all I really got to say about that. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, I'm not getting it, but it looks cool. And then finally, our final topic of the night. We'll talk about it briefly because there's really not a whole lot to it other than just a quick video. And we're going to, let me pull this up. All right. All right, here we go. All right, so we have the JND Studios 6-scale Selina Kyle from The Dark Knight Rises. This is part of their Kojin Works line. I have never purchased anything that's JND. I have no, like, I can't speak intelligently on what their stuff looks like or how good it is because I've never had anything from them. But it is Dark Knight Rises trilogy. It is Selina Kyle. And, you know, you kind of see this video play out here. And just based on this teaser image, man, just based on these images here in this short little video, this looks pretty damn good. I mean, the material looks really good. I don't know what that material is, but it looks, you know, it looks good. Again, I'm a fan of the character. So again, even if it, you know, even if it's just passable looking, I'm gonna think it looks cool. And you kind of see the zoom in effect there with the camera work here. Again, the material definitely looks interesting and cool. I'd have to kind of do more research on what this material is made out of. And then I get to the head sculpt here in a minute. Again, looks really cool. I mean, I don't know if J&D stuff is good. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comments what they think of it, if they have any pieces from J&D. I know this is going to be probably really expensive. Again, even though it's the Kojin Works line, I think it might be not as expensive as some of the other stuff. But here we go with the head sculpt. I think they absolutely crushed this head sculpt. I'm going to be honest with you. This looks incredible. This looks incredible. And I know, and isn't InArt doing a Anne Hathaway Catwoman? Let me know in the comments below if y'all wouldn't mind, or let me know in the chat if y'all wouldn't mind if they're going to do one. But again, I just kind of wanted to show off this figure here from J&D. Yeah, man, that sculpt just looks really good. I think they got like the eyes looking great. The lips look really good. The nose, they actually got the nose down perfect. Yeah, dude, just based on this image, man, I think they did a great job with the sculpt. Let's see what everybody says in the comments here. Curtis says, need an Alfred 2.0, a Lucius for, or Lucius Fox, Gordon 2.0, Razo. Oh, dude, absolutely. I would get all these, Curtis. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I would get all these, bro. Absolutely. Doc Bat says, damn, that Catwoman going to be like 1900. See, that's what I'm wondering. I didn't know like what, you know, they did those Harry Potter figures, which were pretty like reasonably priced for, you know, again, they're cheap. They were like cheaper than InArts, I believe. So I don't know how reasonably priced they were because I didn't think they looked that great. But this JND Catwoman looks great. Again, I am interested to see the price point on it. I'm not sure if InArt's doing one. I've heard people say that InArt's going to do an Anne Hathaway Catwoman. Let's see what Anthony has to say here. Says, looks great considering the Hot Toys version of the Dark Knight Catwoman was an absolute botch. J&D's silicone statues are incredible, but $2,000 a pop, and that's a really dangerous thing to start collecting. 100% agree. If it's anywhere near this price, I'm definitely not getting it. I have the Hot Toys Catwoman, and I have a soft spot for it because I love the character. But yeah, it could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better. But yeah, I'm excited for this, and we'll see. We'll see what the price is. I think they really did a great job with the head sculpt here, and I'll kind of see if there's any truth to that InArt. I've heard a few people tell me that InArt's going to be doing one as well, so we'll see about that. But yeah. Just wanted to show that out to everybody real quick. So that's our final topic of the night. That's our final topic of the night. We've had so many awesome people in the chat tonight. We've had a few people come in for the first time tonight. We've had a few people comment for the first time tonight who have been hanging out in the chat for multiple episodes. And we've had a lot of people just giving fire after fire after fire take left and right, whether it be the Superman trailer that we talked about today, whether it be the J&D Studios Catwoman, whether it be the Batman with Armory. the new bat cycle hammering accessory from the Batman the Flash. And then obviously we also had the discussion about the InArt Joker 4-pack out or release. So again, man, great job in the chat as always, guys. Y'all always bring the heat. We're gonna close things down real quickly. Though, Doc Bad says Hot Toys missed big time on Catwoman. Fletcher says, how much will Catwoman cost and will the suit flake? That I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I don't have really much. I'm not very familiar with JND Studio, so I'm not sure how much this is actually going to be a collection obsession. But before we go, we got 21 in the chat. Definitely hit that thumbs up button on the way out. We're gonna head out, but we're gonna vibe one last time tonight. Don't worry, I'm not gonna throw the music on too high. But we are going to switch it up. Let's see if we got any good songs here. Yeah, let's go. Let's leave with this one. Let's get it up just a little bit, just to say goodbye. Man. Just to say goodbye. Thank y'all all so much for being here. What a show. Couple things. Definitely check out my review of the Spider-Man 2099 that I just uploaded today. Go show that some love if you wouldn't mind. Thank y'all all so much for being here. It was an awesome show. We stayed up late tonight. This was a great episode 14 of Casual Friday. I will let y'all know if we're going live next Friday. I plan on it right now, but I will let you know. I'm going to try to disconnect for a few days just to spend time with family at Christmas time. I hope that all of you have an incredible Christmas. If I don't talk to you before then, have an incredible Christmas and just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it. I'll definitely have some videos out. I'll at least have one more video out between now and the new year. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Thank y'all all so much for watching. Let's check in with the chat one last time. Dotbat says, thank you, Justin. Great stream. Appreciate that, Dotbat. I really do, man. Christian says, great stream as always. We really appreciate it, Christian. And have a lot of figures coming in soon. Deadpool, Balin, and Bane. Man, what a night. What a night having all that stuff coming in, man. That's awesome, dude. And then Dotbat says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Thank you again. And as always, man, this was episode 14 of Casual Friday. As always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time.